A warm welcome to all the listeners. Listen to the Blue Horse. Dr.C.K.N. is in conversation with Pooja. I'm sure you'll enjoy this session, and I'm sure it's going to be some food for your thought.
Hello everybody, hoping everybody is eating better. I'm trying to. In continuation to the last session in Listen to the Blue Horse, we are going to ask Mr. Blue Horse, Dr. C.K.N. something about the various kind of diets that there is, all the diet fads, which is good, which is not, is all of it bad? I'm not sure. So over to you, Dr. C.K.N., about the different type of diets and diet fads that there is around us right now.
Okay, carbohydrate is very important for us, okay, because they are our main energy source.
There goes the diet.
So every cell in the body needs carbohydrate. Okay, it is like 100 trillion cells are fed individually with carbohydrate. It happens with the isotopic level of the body. Yeah? It's very interesting to see the potassium isotopic radiography of the human physiology. It's crazy. It's like this. If you have a centralized kitchen in Delhi, and we have about 8 billion people now around the world, 800 crores, and supply food to every part of the world, breakfast, lunch and dinner to their time.
Wow. Okay.
What is the time in Argentina and what is the time in Japan?
Yeah.
You have to give them breakfast in time to Japanese people. All over the world, 800 crore people should be fed from one kitchen. Like that, the body is doing millions of times. Can you imagine? Where is 8 billion? Where is 100 trillion?
Absolutely. Very complex.
Yeah.
Highly impossible.
So, if you're going to talk about the low carbohydrate diet, you're crazy.
Ouch. Okay.
It's because you want to keep the blood glucose level low. You go for, low carb diet.
Yeah.
You're gone. You know where you're gone? The carbohydrate comes in. See, I'll tell you. The glucose gets connected to the phosphate group inside the human cell. Once the insulin, through the potassium isotopes, give the signaling system to the human cell, the cell membrane open up to receive glucose. And there'll be a sodium discharge for the cell membrane to close after the cell received enough of glucose. Glucose is C6H12O6. And the Krebs cycle inside the cell will break it into half. It's called pyruvate. C6 will become C3. Then there's a nanotube.
All right.
Through the nanotube, the pyruvates are fed into the mitochondria.
Okay.
Mitochondria is an organelle inside the cell which is floating in the cytoplasm.
Energy.
No, mitochondria is an organelle.
Powerhouse.
It's an organ.
Yeah.
It's a cell. It's a part of the cell.
I was just thinking what I learned when I was small. Mitochondria is a powerhouse of a cell.
A powerhouse is because they produce ATP.
Right.
Now I'll tell you the process. There's a nanotube connecting because mitochondria has two membrane for itself.
Yeah.
And these two membrane has got an intermediate space. There's a space between the two membranes.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a reason for it. I'll tell you now. Inside the mitochondria, there's a most protein complex structures called C1, C2, C3, C4, C5.
Okay.
5 chambers.
Okay.
These broken pyruvates which has come in.
Yeah.
Every C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 has got nanomotors.
Okay.
It runs with an RPM of 6,000 to 9,000 RPM.
Wow. Okay.
It's called the electron transport chain.
All right.
They does not go technical, FADH to FAD, FAD2.
Oh, you mean you're not technical
ATP
now?
ATP synthase and ATP and all that. Okay.
Right.
Finally.
Okay.
The electrons of this glucose broken pyruvates are run through this system, through the nanomotors. Finally, it will become ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's an alchemy. A glucose getting turned into phosphate group.
Okay.
By doing so, the electron transport chain, it's called the proton pumping machine.
All right.
The protons are removed
Okay.
in the process of making the glucose into ATP. Proton cannot be left alone because they are positively charged. The earth is negatively charged. The human body is negatively charged.
Okay.
The electrons inside the atoms are negatively charged. The protons are positively charged. Body do not want anything positively charged.
Interesting.
So they carefully block these proton in the intermediate space of the mitochondria membrane.
Interesting.
Where oxygen come into play.
Okay.
That's why oxygen is needed to every human cell.
Right.
This oxygen is fed inside the human cell and it will go and absorb the proton and convert itself into water.
Oh. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah. A guy who's running marathon of 42 kilometers will produce 600 ml of water with the mitochondrial process of producing ATP molecules because the energy is needed to run. So body produces its own water. It's called the exclusive zone water.
Wow.
EC zone water. It is not H2O.
Oh.
It is H3O2. It's called the structured water.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Structured water was first found by the Victor Chewbacca, who's an Austrian guy.
Okay.
We're going to talk about it later.
Alright.
Not now.
Okay. Another session.
Now the glucose which comes inside your body, your brain, it weighs only 1,400 grams in an adult. It consumes nearly more than 30%. Because so much of millions of data are processed every second, they need all the energy in the world. Say suppose somebody is, 90 kilos. His 1.4 kilo needs so much. His 88.6 kilos need only 70% of the carbohydrate. You can imagine.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you're going to reduce your carbohydrate, you're going to fall into depression.
Oh.
Brain is struggling, can't work. The process slow down.
How does this weight loss and things work then?
Weight loss is not, your brain is not going to shrink.
Correct. No, I'm talking about people who are suffering.
See, the mental health is what is important. Okay? The brain work, the headquarters of the brain, its working is very important. It needs so much of energy.
Correct.
You're going to screw up yourself, you're going to reduce the carbohydrate. It's very simple.
But you say we can reduce weight even if we take the regular
We are
amount.
not talking about the weight here. We are talking about what happens inside the body when
But
you
I'm
reduce
trying to talk
as a
about why people are
low
doing it.
carbohydrate diet.
Correct. You're talking
We are
about
not talking about the aesthetic part of the body here at all.
No, but
we are talking about the functional part of the human physiology,
Correct.
which is depending on the carbohydrate.
I'm not disagreeing. You're talking about the cause and effect. I'm talking about the reason. That's all.
No.
I'm just
You should
trying to-
understand basic science first. We'll talk about the weight later.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
There's a guy called Russell Blaylock. You can go and watch him on YouTube.
Yeah.
RUSSELLBLAYLOCK. He was he's still there. He's once a very huge, very famous neurosurgeon and a cancer surgeon in America.
Alright.
And he was too attached to his father and then his mother. She's such a big neurologist and neurosurgeon. His father got affected with Parkinson's at one point. He couldn't do anything to him. After some time, his mother also affected with Parkinson's.
Oh.
So in front of his eyes, his father deteriorated over a span of time and died. And later his mother, due to Parkinson's, both of them.
Terrible. Yeah.
At that time he felt, as a neurologist, he was thinking he was too huge. But he thought, I am nothing.
Yeah.
The science what we are handling now, we are not able to understand anything. I could not do anything as a neurologist to save my parents. So what is the science I'm handling? What is the science I've studied? He turned into a researcher by leaving his profession.
Okay.
You can go and watch his 1 hour program, Food and Nutrition of the Human Brain.
Human brain.
He will come and explain you.
Yeah.
You take it from that horse's mouth.
Okay, not
This
the
blue
blue
horse is repeating that.
Okay.
You got it?
Alright.
So low carb diet is going to really bug you up. You're going to become first tired.
Oh.
You will not have the energy. Your brain is going to slow down. And you will get into depression. 100% yes. Now fat is very important to us.
Yeah.
You need fat. You know why you need fat? I don't think so you'll be knowing.
It's something
I'll tell you what is fat. Where fat plays a key role.
to convert the sugar or something?
No. Vitamin B is 8 of them. Vitamin C is 1. These two are water soluble. 50% of your blood is plasma, which is water based. So vitamin B, 8 of them, and vitamin C is dissolved there and transported to every part of the body.
Okay.
Whereas vitamin A, D, E and K, which is very, 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 very high important components for our body,
Yeah.
is only fat soluble.
Oh.
So if you're going to have low fat diet and your body is going to struggle transporting vitamin A, D, E and K, you're gone there.
Deficiency. Yeah.
You're going to again bugger up yourself.
Right.
So what is this advanced science is doing? Biochemistry has done all this work on one side and the food and nutrition guys are screwing it up
But why?
because they don't know biochemistry.
Why?
These two guys don't get together and work together.
That was my next question. But why? Why are they not doing that for the good?
That is because of your curriculum, what you're talking about, your qualification. I am qualified in my area, I am an expert in my area and I work without understanding the whole basis of what human physiology is all about.
So,
You got it?
I got it, but I only have more questions. What do we do? How do we know?
I'm telling you the facts. So fat is very important. Fat is absolutely important.
Right.
And a lot of fat is used by the human brain as energy source. That's also very important.
So the larger vitamin deficiencies, like everybody, most of us have vitamin B and D deficiency these days. It's become so common.
That's because you don't go to see. Liver produces LDL. LDL is low density lipoprotein. Right? It's produced by the liver. Why liver is producing LDL? It produces HDL also. LDL is produced for, they produce it and throw it in the blood.
Okay.
When you go in the sun, when the photosynthesis happens, when the sunlight falls on your skin, in that process, there is a chemical transformation happening, these photosynthesis in which the LDL is picked up and used and vitamin D is produced. You got it?
Yeah. Is there any...
If you don't go in the sun,
Oh,
the LDL cannot be consumed.
it goes for waste.
Then the body will run out of vitamin D. Then the body will still send signaling system to the liver. Hey, I want vitamin D. Liver do not know how much of LDL is there. He received the signal.
They'll produce
He
more.
will produce more LDL and throw it in the blood. So your LDL is shown more. You got the point here?
I got it. Is there any...
How many doctors do you think know all these things?
I'm not sure.
Okay. It's crazy world.
Yes, that is true.
Now we'll come to the next one.
No, I have this one more question. Now you have this sunlight you're talking about. Everybody is saying, I mean, people are generally saying 11 to 3 o'clock is the only sunlight, or any sunlight at any point?
No, it's more in the evening after 4. Infrared is highly required. Morning more of it, early morning and all, ultraviolet will be more.
UV as well.
UV, and then evening infrared will be higher.
Right. Okay.
Now if you come to the protein part of it, it's absolutely crazy. You cannot have too much of protein.
But why is everybody behind protein? It's the most important.
Because it's a wrong understanding.
Okay.
There is so much of information available on protein. They talk so much about protein and protein and protein and protein and protein. And then those guys who have gone into gyms and they drink all protein drink and all that, protein powders and all that.
Yeah.
And they don't know that they're heading in for bigger problem. Recently, one of my friend's son, 26 years of age, was going extensively into gym and then started having a lot of protein in the last 1 year. Died.
Ouch.
It will kill you. In America today, this protein culture has become so high in the area of food and nutrition. There are many people are dying. There are big reports on now in the recent past, in the last one.
Like that because of?
Eating too much of protein powder, going and doing exercising.
And what happens? Like what disease?
What happens is more acidic you become, it can affect your internal organs. You're gone.
Oh, they've also been doing this creatinine. Is that good?
Creatinine is a component produced by the muscles,
Okay.
human muscular tissues.
Okay.
When you're in exercise.
Since you're talking about
whenever you're in movements.
Right.
And then once the job is done, and it is waste in the blood, and kidney clear it.
Okay.
If the kidney nephron cells fail to clear the creatinine, then the creatinine will start becoming more.
And it leads to kidney failure or things like that?
More of lesser function of nephron cells, CKD, chronic kidney disease.
Fatigue on kidney.
It's crazy. Sometimes kidney shrinks,
Ouch. Okay.
so it can't filter.
Right.
Approximately, I think 1 million cells are there in each kidney. It's a small component.
Tiny.
Tiny one, yeah. They have to filter. Approximately, we have 5 to 6 liters of blood in our human body.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
And this keto diet, paleo diet, and all that stuff, it's crazy. Because you're going to really bugger up yourself. And if you're going to eat so much of protein, like you eat raw vegetables, you eat only meat, you eat only chicken, you eat only prawn, all kind of things, you eat a lot of eggs. What will happen? Where is the carb? They look so dull. Their face looks so bad.
Okay.
They look horrible. They don't look their normal self. And there are so many people who are walking into me, following all this kind of crazy diet.
Yeah.
And they're literally gone. Their nervous system has failed. They have no energy. And they have no hunger. Their liver is taken up for a toss. All that kind of thing.
Yeah. So this fatty liver thing that's happening.
You should understand one thing. The Asians predominantly eat grain food.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Okay? Rest of the thing lesser. The Westerners eat more of meat, less of carb.
Correct. By nature.
So we cannot eat more of meat suddenly at the age of 45. Somebody introduces me to the keto diet or paleo diet. And then I go and eat a lot of meat. I get myself burned up. Where's the carbohydrate for me?
Okay.
My cells need ATP. That way they can't function. Where do we go?
Yeah.
So what happens? Body starts processing the fat stored. They convert that. Okay?
Okay.
It's called the neogenesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we touch upon the topic that I was talking about?
Which one?
Weight loss.
Weight loss is crazy. Weight loss is not, your human body is not controlled by you. Your human body is controlled by the nature.
Okay.
Dr. Bruce Lipton made one experiment. His experiments, he's also a highly qualified medical practitioner. He'll come away from science. And he was trying to find, he's a researcher, and he works under the banner of biology of belief.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you put biology of belief, Dr. Bruce Lipton will come. One human cell, epithelial cell he has taken, kept it in the laboratory condition, live, and saw the cell functioning, and removed the cytoplasm of the cell completely.
Okay.
And he was noticed that cell is still working.
Oh.
And it was doing everything what it was doing before, after removing the cytoplasm. Then only he understand the command for the cells to perform come from outside, come from the environment.
Okay.
Now this is what the science of horoscope come into play.
Horoscope?
Yeah, you're controlled by the planets. Where do the cosmic wave come from?
Oh, I mean, really?
Yes. If your Jupiter is strong, you will have a belly.
Oh.
You can't do anything about it.
I mean, seriously, this is actual.
Yeah.
So
100% yes.
So you can't.
There are certain people, if you see, they'll be always lean. How much ever they eat, you would have noticed at least one of them.
Yeah, I thought there is high metabolism.
Come on.
Right? Yeah.
Where do we get his high metabolism?
I don't know. Genetic?
It's not genetic. It can never be genetic. There are certain people, even if they don't eat, they put on weight.
Yes, like me.
Yeah, I'm one like that. Okay? We get stuck.
Yeah.
So, this body mass index, BMI, is not under your control. Till 1994, people were thinking that, the scientific community was thinking that it's fat molecule. We don't need so much of fat in the body. So, liposuction and all they were doing. They cut open you and take all the fat out and reduce the fat and all that. Yeah. It's too dangerous. Suddenly in 1994, they found, oh my God, we thought the sugar molecules are dormant. No, they are producing leptin hormone. After a certain stage of your life, leptin hormone will become so important because they are the one which is going to be very important to function your metabolism. Okay? If leptin is not there, your metabolism will slow down. So if you're going to reduce weight, you're gone.
Oh.
You're going to get into some other complications. The point here in the human, pathology, if suppose you get hit with some problem at the age of 52, you would have been working on it from 35.
Oh.
You will not know why this problem has come to me.
Long damage.
Nobody can figure out.
Okay.
Then why so much of blood test? You don't know the cause of the problem. If the cause of the disease is known, the treatment will be available. If the cause is not known, you're gone.
Oh, it's simple but so complicated.
Yeah. So what is that you're going to eat? If you're going to get into these kind of crazy patterns, suddenly one fellow will come and say, you reduce weight, eat only tomatoes for 3 days, and then drink for next 2 days only milk, and then after that you eat only potatoes. What is this? Okay?
Alright.
You bugger up. See, caffeine in the coffee is one of the best components in the world for the human liver. 4 cups of coffee in a day, in a calendar day, it's too good for you. But the 5th one, if you touch it, all 4 what you had will become poison. Tea is one of the best antioxidants in the world. You can have up to 6 cups of tea. Nobody knows all this.
Yeah.
You tell me how many qualified people know about it.
I'm not sure. So everything in moderation?
No, everything has its own importance. Many people have a feeling that coffee and tea is not very bad for us.
Coffee especially has a bad
Never. Coffee is too good.
Oh, you were talking once about the bitter part of...
Whatever is the bitter of it, coffee is coffee.
No, like they were saying, so I was talking about this meeting I had with Chef, right? They were saying you are supposed to have a bitter element in your diet as well, which is important.
I don't believe in all these chefs. I don't believe them because they don't know anything about human physiology and biochemistry.
Yeah.
The biochemistry, what has gone on in the last 50 years.
In all humbleness, they say we only cook. We are not scientists.
Okay. Then you don't yap.
Yeah, no, this is knowledge.
Then if you're going to talk about science.
If I cannot discuss, then how will I get to know?
No, you will get to know. I'm just talking about the concept. These chefs, they, come out with so many combinations to produce. Their job is to give delicious food for your tongue.
Yes.
Okay. Now sugar. If you take sugar is a binding material. Sugar is a disaccharide carbohydrate. It becomes a binding material. It binds everything together.
Right.
We always use a percentage of sugar in the end in most of the dishes. So it binds things together, which gives you better taste for you.
Correct.
Why in Kannadigas and all these, they put a little bit of jaggery in all their combinations. Yeah, because it is a binding agent. And sugar is also a digester.
Oh,
You remember that?
okay.
Sugar plays two roles, okay? They give you some small bit of sweet before you start eating in the ancient days. You know why?
No.
It triggers your salivary gland.
Oh, so better.
You need saliva, which is very important. We nearly consume about 1.5 liters of saliva every day.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
That's a lot.
Lot. Because without that, the digestion system cannot work. Saliva has 16 different enzymes, which becomes a chemical communication for the entire processing of your food from the dental to the anus till the stools go out. They play the role. So in the end, they give you some good sweet.
Yeah.
After a heavy meal. If you take when you go to Islam wedding and all that, Muslim weddings and all that, they give you biryani is a heavy food.
Yeah.
A lot of meat and all that.
Yeah.
After you finishing that, they will give you a cup of strong tea with little extra sugar. Once you finish drinking it, you become very light.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That becomes digester.
Right.
That cup of tea with a little bit more sugar, more sweetish it will be.
Okay. Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. How many people do you think know all these things? They have done it those days, and people in the community nowadays has forgotten all that. What is the science behind it?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And banana leaf is one of the most brilliant nature's gift for us to eat hot food on that.
Yeah.
And food should be taken hot.
That's another problem.
Yeah, 24 minutes. The moment you finish your cooking, within 24 minutes the food should be consumed.
Who has that luxury?
See, luxury or not, I'm telling you the concept. Don't again and again subjectively connect it to you and to the people.
But then if it's not connected to the people, then what sense? It's for
These
the
are
people.
all the stuff. If there is a will, there is a way. You can do it.
What
if
can
you want to.
How does that?
You are not taking guns in the morning and going and fighting in Iraq war.
Okay.
Okay? You tell me, are you going for a war? You're not going for a war.
My kind of war. It's just.
You're not going to lose your soul there. There the boyfriend, one bullet comes and hits, you're gone.
Yeah. So you're saying.
So there's a lot of confusion again.
But I'm very.
How much water to drink?
Exactly. I was coming to water.
Bullshit.
Why?
Don't drink water. When you feel thirsty, drink water. Body has got every mechanism inside. The food what you are eating, 70% of it is water molecules.
So you can also drink half a liter and be alright?
Look, water is something body will ask for it.
When it's needed. Fantastic.
When you feel thirsty, you drink water.
Because I personally
if you are going to sit and drink lot of water, body is not going to keep quiet.
Yeah.
You can go and read this. The pituitary will immediately, body will not be able to afford itself to dilate itself. Cells can't work once you dilate them.
Oh.
So antidiuretic hormone will be produced by the pituitary, immediately sent. Kidney will work very fast and filter all the water. That's why, if you drink a lot of water, you go for a lot of lube.
Yeah.
They will remove it. Then why are you drinking water?
I thought it's a form of flushing the toxin out.
No flushing will come. 98 to 99% of your urine is water.
Okay.
1% is unwanted materials and broken pigments. People will also think, when the broken pigments are very low in the blood, the urine will be white in color. Good watery color. When the pigments are one day a little more in the blood, the urine will become yellowish. Immediately people think I am heated up. What nonsense you are heated up? Unless you remain hot, you will remain live. If you are cold, you are dead and gone.
That's
right.
Yes. So, you're saying, I'm still shocked. Based on your planetary position, your body attributes.
Yeah, your shape and your size of the body is based on your planetary effects.
So this body transformation,
your design.
Whatever people do now may affect them adversely later.
Definitely yes. You should know how to measure your exercise and do. Exercise is not to keep your reduced body and keep your body shape and all that. Exercising is to keep yourself fit,
healthy,
not to fall sick. Yeah. Fitness, remaining healthy.
Okay.
Not to very often fall sick.
Okay.
That is what is most important.
Yeah.
And always exercising is better to do using your body weight, not the gym. Okay? You're running, you're swimming, you're skipping, your sit-ups, your push-ups, your pull-ups. Everything you're using the body weight. That's the best way to do exercise. Use your own body weight.
Okay.
Don't use equipments.
Alright.
A man is designed to walk only on a stationary platform, do any movement on a stationary platform. Treadmill is a moving platform. It's crazy.
So the weights and stuff, it's not good, or I mean, it's okay, right?
Okay, what?
Lifting weights and trying to tone themselves, get the muscles, get the abs, get the
See what happens when
shape.
you do weightlifting and tone up your muscles and all that. When you stop those exercising,
It sags.
your muscle will sag.
Yeah.
When you do exercise with your body weight, and however long, if you have take a break, your muscles won't sag.
Oh wow. Oh, that's good.
What is happening inside when you do exercise? It's very simple. There is a component from the pituitary is produced called IGF, insulin-like growth factor. It's called. It will come into the blood. It will reach the liver. Liver will add one molecule and make it into IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1. This is the growth hormone. Keeps your muscle mass.
Okay. Interesting.
How do you like it? And that is good enough. IGF production will be good enough and normal when you do exercising on a regular basis. So you remain good and intact with your muscle mass. Otherwise, everything is going to shrink or sag. Simple. Skin, everything will start wrinkling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
You cannot even go near once your skin wrinkles. But you had fantastic medicines in the ancient days to remove the wrinkling of the skin.
Is there? Wow.
You want one?
Why not?
When?
I don't know, whenever it happens.
Yesterday?
Yeah. That is nice. I think we should catch up on the beauty secrets of ancient medicines at some point. I'm sure there will be a lot of listeners who's very, very interested to listen how to look more beautiful using Asian technique, if it is available still.
Yeah, there are a number of them are there. Sanjeevi is one. It's very interesting actually.
Okay.
I've been using it for years.
Alright.
Okay. You can keep a baby skin for yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done it and I enjoy it.
Interesting.
And eating on time is very key one.
That
One
is
day eating on
challenging.
one time is crazy.
That is a little challenging.
Yeah, a biological clock is there, ma. There's a biological clock which is very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolute. Animals do that. I mean, cats especially, they come as clockwork, they eat exactly on the time they are supposed to eat.
Yeah.
This I've noticed.
That's what we are supposed to do, eat on time, your breakfast, lunch and dinner. You cannot just mess around there. And that's going to be one of the major reasons for you to invite trouble. So eating on time is very important. Eating hot food is very important. Eating the right kind of food is very important. All those things are there.
And exercise in moderation.
Exercise is must. There are no two ways about it.
Okay.
You really want to remain healthy, you better, spend some quality time exercising at least for an hour.
Okay.
Which will keep you very good going.
Alright.
You can reduce a lot of things. Lot of trouble can be eliminated.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't stick to diet fads, eat healthy, stay healthy, be happy. And we will see you in the next session. We are wrapping this up here. Bye from us, from Listen to the Blue Horse.